It's time for Delete or Treat, a video game show face-off. Today we have Facing Off, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, and Bleeding Edge. I will review both games, but you will decide which game I keep and which game I delete. You can vote in the comments. Seriously, I will be axing the game that gets the least votes, so vote carefully. Let's get this started. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, developed by Animoca, takes the crazy tag system of Marvel vs. Capcom 3-on-3 and melds it with super simple fighting systems. Seriously, it's the easiest thing in the world to master every move. You have control of one of 18 Power Rangers with a couple of villains thrown in from the TV series. Gone is the hokey fight choreography and laughable graphics, replaced with some pretty impressive graphics and smooth animations. Each Power Ranger has their own set of moves taken out of a Street Fighter game. Did I miss something? Is Power Rangers as cool as the Matrix now? Didn't think so. Anyways, each Ranger from the multitude of spin-offs and remakes have their own weapons and fighting style. Black Ranger has a flippin' AR-16, how is that fair? With a simple 2-button combination, your character can do normal moves, superpower moves, finishing moves, or even call a Zord to assist you. The Zord moves are almost impossible to escape. I found the best and easiest way to win is trap your enemy in a corner and spam move them with as many combos as you can. There's a story in an arcade mode for single player. Arcade mode is probably the strangest of all the modes. You fight in 8 rounds, but with each successive round the enemy tries to outnumber you. I had to fight like 4 Black Rangers in a round 7 like it was some insane Super Smash Bros. Level. Story mode is laid out like episodes. Gone are the corny storylines about friendship and saying no to drugs. These stories are dark. This whole game style reminds me of DC's Injustice, but hijacked by Dragon Ball Z characters. The fighting moves feel smoother and less wooden than Injustice. On the flip side, with everything being so easy to accomplish, the fighting is who can button bash the most. There's nothing deep to master, really. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is the superior use of the franchise, combining all the fan service to the show, including the hot guitar licks of the theme song, but it doesn't feel geared towards kids. In the end, you're getting a solid fighting game that only goes an inch deep. Here comes a new challenger. Bleeding Edge by Ninja Theory is what happens when someone asks the question, why can't Borderlands be more competitive and feel like Overwatch? Enter the world of BE, where your characters range from an Australian girl with a Gatling gun to a talking snake controlling a corpse. It's Mad Max meets the Warriors. Each match has 2 teams duking it out to control an objective or collect power orbs to deliver. Now the real hook is that the game relies on melee and close quarter battles. There are a few projectile class fighters, but the true meat of the game is when the fighters clash in close quarters. It feels a lot like Sega Saturn and Dreamcast's game Virtual On, where 2 robots had to fight using a lock-on system and a dodge system. You immediately notice that melee is all about mastering your dodge moves in combination with using the hardest hitting moves you can find on your character. Also, the game constantly warns you to stay with your team, as the Lone Ranger style is a recipe for suicide. The game is a little wonky in the balancing. You have the melee fighters, the support fighters, and the tank fighters, and it's important to know which one fits your playing style. But at the same time, I can crush any noob with my Gatling gun girl, Gadget, so easily, but for some reason my shield and healing player, Nico, feels so useless in battle. It comes down to realizing that some characters feel futile when actually using them in competition. I hope future rebalancing fixes that. So let's talk about the graphics and the art style. The pixel shaded art feels less detailed than Borderlands 2, and yet my 4GB NVIDIA graphics card only plays smoothly on the lowest setting. The game doesn't even function on high graphics. It doesn't make sense. Overwatch is a prettier game that doubles in storage space, and even that can be played on Surface tablets. This game should not be so demanding. Right now the game is low on characters with only 11, 2 game modes, and a handful of levels, but it shows promise. You won't be uninstalling Overwatch for this, at least not yet, but I do hope this Xbox One exclusive continues to improve. Alright. The time of reckoning is upon us. Vote for which game will be kept and which game will be deleted. We have Power Rangers Battle for the Grid and Bleeding Edge. It's up to you now. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.